say day I would use some kakra a bram don't shoot back on our Kessben TV. Na you never just for to home come say no number bo na ibe page mo here live and so our DSTV channel no 364 DSTV Samsung Go TV channel no 173 money entra kopim say no num ebebo ye de manone sem kakra bi na de aka nyina no ye de aye afize mamu nyina akwa baba extra time dwumedi so Montana de Tony I'm raw on a measure of one kakra de ebre by way of foreign stories no na fi ye hwede de become
me da CP award 90 summer ekoso onko for ekroso Thomas Tuchel the first game one manage Edema new club Bayern Munich the classic Saturday game so Bayern Munich share 4-2 now afterwards you be saying so many questions ever seen na wie you be saying say Leroy Sani ohun say because Leroy Sani under Julian Ghost one the money from pan so no on to call every press conference na onka Leroy Sani ho sensem name de beka say boy no nya great moment name oye 2 or 3 tactical errors also ye ho adwuma kakra eno ensem kakra bi a Thomas Tuchel kan e de efa Leroy Sani ho na yaw kan chelo master defender or bolon e de ama Bayern couldn't say okono na expectation akopem more minutes no wonya ama plan no a bit frustrated now we say the classic Bayern Munich omo enjoy sweet victory over our rivals no na players ni celebrate yaw kan chelo nko ade one players ni an celebrate straight away no and so etim ekora dressing room all hono Jose wadin komo na amana kwa forecast oh ene Jose onya Roma obe free he be say Jose say oh na what is a Chelsea as a coach na ono Jose obe wie ne contract na because aka 1 year and also ono obe come obi ase say the contract no aka 1 year no kwa contract oh so your coach na o under contract in pa and found because yetimi asake obi etime foul at any point in time in tono the on base ne argument and answer on emphasize or contract to Roma nti want to free club no ko na ko force any Jose onya Roma ono enso ebetim afi ho eno AC Milan eto Napoli ekotete omo 4-0 ewo li Serie A game a ekoso na Victor Osimhen we pra sa match no ntimi ambo ene nkofo ekase Osimhen pra one more sa game ni munti ene man Napoli elusu heavily na former Italy omo coach Enrico Sacchi and also there be baller and Napoli for boy no now here what the total is now for omo pressing kwa no mo first utilize omo chance enko Osimhen no mpa kan sa hwen castle similar for ebedin kun big game and no other etimi so Iker Casillas a former captain at the Spain and Real Madrid or see this year Champions League wa hwemu din we analyze the last 8 teams are equal for the quarterfinals no na opebe predict say Real Madrid and Napoli and be the finals of this year's Champions League. Gerard Piqué one just one the wife Shakira kwakuja ama checha Japadie na what me say Shakira the Gerard Piqué mano a fly echo US na yewi mu kire say our regina na bana ama abusua no obi a ebu afuni yonko no Gerard Piqué papa Juan Piqué and the court 2 Shakira fee na omumu of Barcelona the asket no court an injunction say obetwa akoseve no so on the banner omon penalty na bana wie dia and ontum free or into court injunction po serve edin kan koye and say na Shakira o free ho na ne original pick man no a fly eco US heavy tables if we say Barca omon to referees no okodi adanso kurumu editi a Barca and my boss and penny for them just say one Laporta more air company have tables in the year on for the Jumedie and found to new cancer or to also air La Liga or air president beam Chelsea or interim manager Bruno Salter and local media when saw China Chelsea Liverpool neighbor or the Premier League. Do not say it's been a very difficult 12 months, the last 12 weeks and also 12 hours now. And the impact from anyone everything there no more thing because the mental the last 12 hours are quite difficult to the moment so players no and focus no concentrate watching a game and also a boss Eric Ten Hag as on so much satisfied with Jadon Sancho more than so far player no at the Ama United into summer on your Jadon Sancho obeja ne kwan another player and so team about John Terry or your former Chelsea captain Orem to coaching Aston Villa mu na why as assistant coach pen say also a retire e wo coaching mu nebo the only job a betimi am no John Terry every retirement mu abe coach said Chelsea ebe offer no first team coaching duty so munya appointing nko ade a ene obe free retirement mu aba for now on person manage any club then say Chelsea nko ade a onu GT na modo a owo Edema Chelsea nti obeba na obe adwuma neat edi ama Chelsea omo club na what we na ewia de ayaye nche ho eto ponto adaroma
yo Tony Mutane bedasi na fi mafa messages kakra bi 0551444933 mumfa kakra bi emre no no so sa na ye ho bobo a edi atwen local stories no kwa miki yenche or the bebre before that yemfa commercials kakra bi ye basisi am. Emraso se yede efisem no ebremo na fi Tony Montana edin de abawiye edru se kwa miki be trans no defensem no ebre kwa me so ye krado ma yenti de ebre
Bonjeno ma me sha sem free Referees Association of Ghana obake na nopa na wa me federal dwumadi ni so wodi to dwa se eye referee TRK Atifu eye rack ono eye penyimpa national instructor wakonya aye kan kwensia na krata Referees Association of Ghana no wo de ababa tu dwane chese wo mate sa atorenche mu a eto anasa ato referee TRK Atifu no no mo se sabre association nyina no ewo hye ne speedy recovery sempo no ho betimi ato no na dwumedi a wodi enso de eboa Ghana referees no wetimi aba abeto aso edi enso ho we krata free Referees Association of Ghana rack wo mo de aba betu dwa ye to aso wada stories ma Ghana Premier League no ene de week 22 no yabo matches ni na wie baby any Gold Stars wo mo any Legon Cities na airbo na sa game no meba studio ha na ye de local stories na ba no na baby any Gold Stars lead Legon Cities by 3-2 na chese baby any Gold Stars ashe 3 and Legon Cities wo so etimi ashe 2 wo sa game a ekoso de nende we Ghana Premier League matches awodo no we ne ene ebowi na afie de week we so de no enso aba na wieye yebeto aso Kumasi Asante Koroko Boboko na so ye ena wiei wo Kumasi Asante Koroko training grounds recovery training no ebekoso e de ama Kumasi Asante Koroko na National Circles Council no members ni nyina bepiemu e wo Kumasi Asante Koroko training grounds so enne ni nyina no efa meeting na National Circles Council no wo mutimi ni Kumasi Asante Koroko place no ekoyeye abra team ni ebepiemu e won kran abra kotoko eni Legon Cities ekwakobono National Circles Council ni to anamo eni Kumasi Asante Koroko place no ekoye meeting na meeting no beto dwane chese womo de to place nanim se womo disappointed womo National Circles Council no womo gina supporters womo wiasa fa na no to place nanim so be disappointed with the results of late eba ebo Kumasi Asante Koroko womo sanso de to place nanim se player bia usi akan ma kotoko bia no hyene so se uye player modemo no ewo so pa uko any Premier League obetime si akan ensu ewom sanso eno me de to place nanim se sabre womo gidi se uye player na sia kai de makotokwa any national team bia wo follow with dinner yebetima to yensa e dia from enunti anam se supporters no are disappointed in intino wo mu en display a good performance and from team no we ye meeting course so abra National Circles Council no wo mu en place no koshia na place no enso jutum edit management ni edit National Circles Council nim se sabro ma jetum so mo modemo no aba form enunti a free Legon Cities game no kono ombehu performance a ebededi and nam so National Circles Council no say e fi so many place no ko meeting modemo no abasoro enunti awoso mutimi to anamon na wo mutimi ni place no esle bia wo sia kan de makotoko bia hye so se management no edewo kakora na uwini games mfaso a wunya no ebro bosume salary a on sabeka nti oso to aso na win games no in management ne dey aya na difficult because abrane brand bia no omutimi shema no da so bre no me na meeting omutimi shema na ampo so me na meeting but meeting we dey omugide say oso mutimi nya management ni nyina no mutimi ni omo ye discussions awodo am ebetimi aboa ema kotoko etimi afa ne ntoma pa efra we ye National Circles Council of Kotoko bomo ejumedi a bomo edi no wo eye kotoko ye fa ntudwa se sabre consideration ekosom e de fa gazelle ho management ni gidi se sabre de eye se de league no empempenso eduru no ebi mu gidi se awoso mama eye gazelle enso etoa so ebi mu so gidi se da bi wo mo kofa eye coach mbra no no so entimi embeboa some of the local coaches omo make contact a wo mo eni omudi nkomo de but ebi mu so gidi se gazelle atre se sabre obetimi atoa so but asatna no wo mo fa gina ebia mba se gazelle etoa so anase wo mo gidwumedie no enso e de free nenim anase wo mo gidi free nsa enne enso e wo dwumedie se ento so e wa other stories ma ye feni enso enkyere eye bobo kwa ye frɛ no Bafo Soccer Academy obekaya enchai na team no run yenhyehyɛ sɛ also mutimi open omo eye artificial pitch or apart from omo eye normal grass pitch abomo no also mutimi artificial pitch enso wo insuatre ho na make say development no ekoso amometimi develop artificial pitch enso ewo insuatre officially afedie wo metimi bie pitch na no a wo mo se sabre wo mo consider simple no some of the wo Premier League matches no ene eye other games no wo metimi abo ewo pitch ne so eno ne nsemo free oba yento so Karela wo mo so aso ye Karela infantu the coach Shaibu Tanko eno de tuja so gidie se sabre away performance no enye di ntina away performance ne nya wo se team no wo mo tu kwan do distance no ewa eno ti place be kokoduru no ma bre affect team no modimbo yepa ewo away we yensema Shaibu Tanko wo de atudwa.
I mean, there are several factors affecting our away performances. The travel, the journey is too long. You go there before you recover, you are on the field to play. So mostly when you look at our games, our first half is bad. It's always bad. The second half we recover and come and play well. So, I mean, and that's the second one is the turf. We play on this every time and then we go to play on the grass. So there's difference. Do you understand? Yes. So the players may think the ball may run as fast as here, but it doesn't move like that. So I should think we have to, look for measures that.
When some Shaibu Tanko de Tuja was say Bobo Kefen Karela, baby Musio Makana affected him near Papa Nituchu, or more pitch, no, said the city and more away, no more could see a kind of grass pitches, so affected him some at distance over the Tuquano, and no Emma away performance, no, Enquye, Enfa, Emma Womo. Yantuaso, Tamale City, Wamase, Ubekanra, Womuko see a kind of doma, or much Omokobo and the December Braba, Emma, a year, Diana, Womo, Ayago Prama, Sajifo Jimanbedu, Womo Stadium on Yatum immediately Yatum. Then Namso Emma Hamza Mohammed, our that team na no di tujam. Se sabre players awodwa, wamo so April prano, wamo kwakoshe players ni bi, ami a discharge players no ebi enso nemum officially wamo be complain at the Ghana Football Association, although GF no atu ayago pramanum.
Oh, Doman. As I'm speaking now, we are heading towards Tamale Teaching Hospital for some referral from please report the whole Sunyani Hospital and on my referral. And the buy until when I wait to the hospital, Abia, and him say near wa suffer serious injury in the bad meeting. The minor in the Besha Shom Yashom Ned Wamakufi. So far near so you ever do any ACN. And so after in a bar for near ACN, most of them were in the family. Antivirus psychology and I am medical psychologist or psychology. Knowing very well, sir, it's level only 9 matches. It will be difficult in your matches in Nam Kwan Subano. Sana discuss here, minimum senior brother, until a senior bonus will be arrested above 4 o'clock in Maria, then it will be there. Strike them and then and yes and ACN. It's not the first time let's go against the team. She share for that. Oh yes, once beaten, twice shy. With twice beaten, 100 shy. If you know, cry, but yes, your profession there, we report.
Hamza Mohammed a coach edema Tamale City and odi tuja sa sabre team na kwa koduru ebi mo prepare but ene no nine omo hwese players no omo etima psyche omo no betima training anaso metimi training ye ba studio na Diana Stars management omo so meeting e koso den meeting e koso ni nyina no e for the season Ghana Football Association no wo mo de aba betu just temporarily wo mo aclose eye ba bia wo mo si o makan no na omo e discuss a wo mo say meeting ni ba na wie decision bia wo mo take bia no the Baba Tuja. Go the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. Wama Baba Sule, a former Ghana under 17 player. Sese Ukochi, was Spain, and what then some of the other Betuja. Was a Sabre, Inaki Williams, also a kind of the Black Stars of Ghana, no, a yepa. But on team and Tuatana, Nanso the Motimbo, a team no, or press it or sacrifice it at the Ghana. Into a Yesi Gongwa and a Ghana for expertise, a Naki, a Beshe, a Diamaye.
Our team or sacrifice a lot for the team. True say as at now on me day. It means say go biama on Ghana but a juma you know. I'm say benefit for the other players. Because very good work my team nipa because Oshe Blaster na anymore na. It was skillful players. Very good. Very good. But so in terms of pressing, you know, I'm saying Osha Inyaki pressing more than other colleagues. Or man more. And
where ye Baba Sule nensem dia tuja e dia fa Inaki Williams so was also the tuja so did say Inaki Williams said o sisi akan e de ma Atletico Bilbao e was Spain no wo mbobo ne de ma no but oban national team no entesa players wo anim no obi anya opportunity a obese oto atena no na ma ni goal scorer no entimi embaye.
You know how one thing I because Ushe club level na who say club level no they know how he plays. So, and also no, play bia. Here say the ball beto space amano. Or no say because of speed now no, and unity. Oshe Athletic Bilbao omunim the way or body ball ne. And so no de bia na say midfielders ne yinyano. Omubomano. Because omunya bola onimbebia already mude ball ne bede ebeto amana ide amana koye na time so na nkasa klatim beji ball no krampon.
When ye Baba Sule ninsemo a wadi atuja e dia fa Inaki Williams so sina kaide ba the senior national team the Black Stars of Ghana yenko Chris Hilton ne head coach e dem the Black Stars after Ghana about 2 games obeso jumedium 2 games and wetimi abo was say in the report in few which say we are impressed with the performance of the players or impressed so na technical team no we are impressed but in few which say it's likely say technical team no obe full up to one other person. Amenetima beka technical team no said the be ni dwumedi a wodi no ebetima complete e dia ma no Brekum Chelsea aso ene die ne che Brekum Chelsea of late matches awodo ma bon be 6 to 7 games results no ensheda enkoye emfa ma team no wo mu gidi se sa performance die se to aso sa relegation zone here na Brekum Chelsea enso akwakwado wo mu eye meeting a wo mu wia management ni meeting e koso a wo mu wia wo mu ne eye coach no enso be meeting nyina no efa modemon bi coach no obeka and no mu game course no abro copy nsem 12 nhim no odi tudwa se onima de kro a course sa eno nam so ba management ni gidi se one other place na no enti problem bia wo bia no wo so otimi ehu nti enne management meeting no eba na wie ya eno omo ne eye coach no enso meeting yo no eno so ebetimi atoa so dendenden enso general we a few stores ba mamenfa we ntudam emfree Mediama Sporting Club na fe fancy Tansoa where striker sina kan edema Mediama Sporting Club Felix Cheye goalkeeper and a Vincent I think I'm player of the month in the month no last month no omu beto so aba no yibako no me the award no edema no the one in only general.
All right. Yensum na fe Jafon Trans Newton Latte Marijata ewa ha and the came and so transfer on baba bansem kakra at the mayen bibiani gold stars any Legon cities game no sila no Kosomabo sima edunum ensia bibiani LED 3-2 Antina and so the echo and in the second half 56 minutes scoreline no sa and echo. All right, Yegusua wish referee TRK Atifu speedy recovery accident akunya nyame emwa na onsa ref yade emayen. I don't think Graham Potter will get any team to coach till he dies. Kofi Darlington the way Ifri Accra Labadi and Abba. Do you remember what happened after the match at Aliu Mama Stadium between Aduana Stars and Tamale City? Authorities didn't do anything about it, so the fans decided to take revenge, and that's why they destroyed the Tamale City Bars team. Team Bars, sorry. Kofi Darlington, Accra, Labadi, Unaudiwe, and Sobrain. We as I'm Tete from Nungwa, Accra. I'm glad Potter has been sacked. It was long overdue. Okay. Intina and also, and I hope Todd Bolly now knows he messed up in his decision to sack a coach who helped the club during the COVID and at a point when all odds were against the club during the Russia-Ukraine war. Tete Nungwa, they also the Abre and Newe and so Joe. Coach, which coach is Chelsea trying to bring on board? Okay, Yedibesia, when this message by which coach is Chelsea trying to bring on board? One for the and can't we later. Yeba na yeba other. Mami better. Teleku Bokazu anyway and so I'm better. Teleku Bokazu inside Western Region Elembele constituency. All my Chelsea fans are happy, but let's not forget this. No need to celebrate a man's downfall. But we are Chelsea. We are Chelsea. Special greetings to Honorable Emmanuel Amakofi Boa, MP of Elembele. Somebody can hear to Newton Latte Marigata and so Andy Kem and so Transi. I'm for Aquaba stories no and a guano. And here I'm shasi the free. Mention free Newton.
All right, boss. I think someone saw man player of the month award. You know? Okay. There's something very nice about nominations now. Very exciting. Usually, I need the initial attacking. Okay. Or more, I need the goals in the back near jubilate, near celebrity, and keep saying say celebrity goalkeepers. But Osha nomination, yeah, General Abaya, who Felix Che and Dean Eshahon 4 clean sheets and General in 6 different appearances with me equipe. Of course, we have Vincent Atinga. Very, very good. Yeah, na defenders ne other department like goalkeeping no enya hoto so any confidence be say oh so mo yiro mo bo mo dia nya strikers ne attackers na enya goals no ko na da bi e be koso e be bo mo din but for Felix Che especially before obeba media man general na omo season no omo hu ba bi a omo start crowd free. You remember last season they had one of the best goalkeepers in our local league in Boris Banjul from Ivory Coast. Number of clean sheets and occupy at some point then we saw Abdullah of Bechem Nana compete for top goalkeepers award no and injuries about setting in the season no antimi and said no paper. Of course he remains as one of the best goalkeepers. But Boris any one no Kofi Mensah from Ash Gold by Kofi Mensah general I've been with him. He's a solid goalkeeper but injuries and manager very consistent in the season. And ultimately, I'm one medium. Apia Kubi has been one of the young goalkeepers at we league for Accra Lions and a Kakra crowd movie called medium. But Apia Kubi, you know, ultimately establishing every single day technical inconsistencies. Coach Weber Noko, Coach Weber or the kind of confidence or different goalkeeper. Now one medium. But for Felix Che to join medium at that point up by and Nima has been very, very, very different. Medium one team at general producing goalkeepers power. Even yet do my producing power. Top-notch goalkeepers after omo books in appear. And so every time omo air struggle, now I heard the element of their struggle. Say a goalkeeper now, yeah, now very sad. But Felix Che, I think said the month yeah nominating himself a player of the month. He really deserves it. Say Felix Che bet me at the size of for Vincent Atinga. Your league yeah body.
ye defenders are omobo mo modern pa general untimi nyi di influence nche top scoring defender o ye league mu obetimi the other players like Baba Yaya ne Ivan Sowusumu ahyehyɛ mu e de mu ala asam sometimes utimi nya ba ko mienu bi caliber man kwamo but Vincent Atinga has added a different side of the game no eboa mediama for ye papa last season general soccer ya onya attacker onya midfielder but ono na your top scorer season no ba end no and obetimi aka penalties but obi boto twene ma ni di o ma bi awu nti se ono so ye center back no otimi eka bi gumu a ya na ese se ye ball maba so I feel say ye more coach Abubakar Abaso pa say nomination no the buy no a blend of different areas and zones and na air representing one area so I make sure a coach Shaibu Tanko of RTU our best in a call Karela before we first adwuma bia no adwuma wura for no hwehwe wo ho adwuma dia we di previously on modern more how possible na about wetin aboa club no going forward here fan and wetin the club na kwakosi so they saw say why adwuma pa e wo soro ho and modern aba Karela but I also think say adwuma wura e hwehwe wachi dia na won so a wo fa adwuma no ese say wotimi hwehwe mu say adwuma ya me fa me kwa metumi ya na me ntumi nye enema ben na wetumi serve as obstacle betimi ahinde me project am pese am corset e de momo na oba na be catch say distance no mo kwa away game mo be back recovery kura mu nwie no na the next game no e pia ne sa general you expect us to take this as an excuse no coach Shaibu we are not taking it distance is an everyday problem for BOA league no tema mu di league ya chemre bia ye ko bo mu ana make your picture no mo tamale no na RTU ba kuma se ba bebo na otwam konkran ko bebo obo wi a RTU kro na oba be sene esa ko back to Tamale distance has always been an everyday problem with league no adua na odoma oba be sene ko anyina se na oba sene ko anyina se dia je na o catch us oba recovery na che say days na so no perform at the end of the day we will never take this as an excuse or performance no and you better check say indicators and as say boama or perform no distance in can because aduana cover distance bibia go south ba be sene twema ko Cape Coast ba be sene ko north distance has always been a problem for every club or your league me who club only problem with distance and can excuses no ko Shaibu should work but talking about the pitch Karela ever since omunya new handlers ever for team in general you know him say artificial pitch no we use he knew it before he took up the job so over middle of the season getting to the latter stages of this calendar year now because say oh pitch no yeah artificial and I say but pitch no shouldn't be an excuse the pitch shouldn't be an excuse
okay
and wo ho ansa no for adwuma no he knew it
by hano
enti na me so make say general he knew it said e wo ho ansa no
no just any problem no
but we are not taking it.
Okay.
We are not taking it. He has to work. Coach Shaibu, you need to work. I think some of them support him Gazali or Kotoko.
Okay.
He's a local boy. Make a local boy. A club ni nimu no. Onusu nimu club no.
Yeah.
At some point, Omoka some over tia.
Gazali Masoko then by right. Because na Maxwell. Kotoko appointed na just ni bibia ni Gazali. Without Gazali na mu refi. Masoko do. Yeah. Yeah.
And the
bibia ni Gazali.
Oh. Let's just say a generation after a different generation because Coach Malik so catch him so on the Dimaso can do back.
Okay.
So Malik so Kotoko boy. And another Kotoko boy no then buy and also the another person the number. And I think say general and let's just say so. Yeah, now sometimes the confidence and trust to build these young coaches in general, especially a teacher like a club of Kotoko. Yeah, not easy. But maybe a season year dream. Would you be tempted so your administrator Kotoko always have try the borders of Ghana ekofa coach yaba or your league ya hwehwehwe mu obetumi aka for different person yaba it has to be somebody who knows the grounds only say na no year Crystal Palace ka so mu Viera no Roy Hodgson it was done because onim club no in and out this guy omodena call Sadam na manako akosua de yaba oni obi na kosua de ni general na okosua de no e ka obo we dey fan say ye bo no ho ka kra na say club na okwa around ten fan ho ka general it could have been another person but it was Gazali and oba back come the academy or call kakra ntimi anko anya say dey bia expect no so ma hold you or whatever but you answer Gazali out of the club for some time omon fa adwuma ne man but nyane mass edition is him they should allow him to work give him confidence and trust next season the game saka kakra in general and him ba kwa anko ya na mo frɛ no epono na chi say you know so they are 2 team next season, you know, 10 or 9 games I can. With me abon in peace. No more support, you know.
I support the view that Coach Ghazali should be allowed to stay for the remaining season. He's been with Kumasi Asante Kotoko beyond 2 years, making him to work under about 3 to 4 head coaches. That's how coaches build up their experience. And I think Ghazali should be entrusted this time around. My only problem with him, is how the management failed to allow him to keep his consistency as the first assistant coach. But that shouldn't be an excuse, okay? If you use Roberto Di Matteo's example to rise up to the occasion, DD, Akumadan Senior High School,
DD do too
yeah.
much. Our boss them not tough.
Okay.
And the previous managers were my example. Was some example say for 2 years plus he's been within the club.
Yeah.
Club na fan out na lu primo akwa na England say suade na bra beboa ye. And now say at some point omo kate no a bit of inconsistency be ba ho. But omo sad na back there or support so omo man kwan na onya djuma no general.
Okay. Well, trust me here. The DD Akumadan Senior High School President Kessben Sports are next in all right. Mamimra Andy came and so Andy. Among for you say I say Oshe coaching course as a license D. As we need judgment ho. And nema okane nema juma we no. I say Oshe coaching as coaching course as
yeah, you know, many man be a more than some man. I think last year. No, this job is not your job. As you can say, no.
Coaching, no.
No. I was saying this in any job.
Okay.
As you go into the touch line. You know, sometimes to see a young coach, they be am catching you to say, your system now, no. So you don't crave. Because in the whole Premier League, it is only Marshall can do pen agility.
Okay.
Out of the 18 teams, you know, and the coaching here, Juma effect clearly, you know, to fill a capacity of 45,000 mabera. Now I was dressed a camera with not touch here, Juma effect. And so here I am, the video nibi wa mj. Gala madia, you know. Last year I won one. This year I won two.
Sunny them no.
Oh, you know, I say, I Juma effect, but are you ready to endure?
When you're ready.
No, General.
I didn't know you're ready.
Because me share other factors.
And you're as general the change you mean.
I had a muye mama.
Wow.
Me the compare touchline now. Me the compare touchline. You know, new city see our coach training about no san better how.
Yeah.
Shake is go betu. She fuel our better. Na nyina akatua ne
ma. Office no was san no e mobo.
She na akatua ne ma. That's why, but it's a very good job. I have a lot of coaches, friends or my coaches. It's a nice job. How I wish someday if you are not
to level what we are outside Ghana coach.
Yeah, you know that is possible. That is possible.
We were Premiership no. We are ball Premiership now coach or no.
You know I advise a lot of people. Obi out to me interview me out and then I only call you coaching course but enya dia sisi ame consider enya dia sisi ame me tiny thing much close work you know there are a lot of coaches you know even national team coaches local coaches on games you are free na kwame Chelsea Ephraim na o ka chem say anything abo o mo pa abo mo coach no because nemani bi higher na ni nko ho but say we videos na eboa we share the lives of coach Karim Zito mo no discuss football now so to our knowledge coach tanko mo top coach coach Kessben ma who's at least so am go step further but for now there meta new team much you know
okay
because we hear story we are Ghana nkwane the only country supporter doesn't care if a player has been paid. He doesn't care whether you have materials. He doesn't care whether players are receiving or bonuses. Onim type of management, onim type of welfare situation is it. But over park and so on, there should be 3 points. And sometimes it makes the work very, very difficult, you know. Imagine say Bosumi aso yintuauka. Bosumi aso be yintuauka. Unisika but you have Premier League games. Meaning Premier League players are almost a drew matches be or head akaso mepra.
Okay.
Yes. Nanity was talking about distance. I know players are say because you look at the stress, you look at the hunger, you look at the sun, any the demands now. So one could be is okay. You know, your game the only thing left is the business aspect of it. See, to me, there are a lot of young coaches secondary schools class certificate A. Bet me about touch la ba be juba. Gazelle I can ask him so TMS. Sabutu Ewo
Was
got a lot of young coaches who are performing so well.
Now
no was.
Okay.
Inti, you know, well, I think since for now they are new team going forward. No, consider her
because of fire.
No.
No, part of what my now the coaching is knowledge, a broader knowledge.
Oh, for additional they know a broader knowledge. I did do all crowd. Why do you say no? So what now when I say, though you have the knowledge, but
it will be now Newton the terms no go.
Yes, that I don't know man here experts.
Yes.
So obi anim say malaria chewa wo ko fanim tra no ma ebeko. But it drew baby who say no, you need an expert. That is why there be am catching you to say our part of the world we don't respect competence. And yes adia obi asua de wasua. You know obi a watan class from P1 ABC class 6. Any obi a wanko class 1 to class 6 on in your bed. Knowledge is power. Inti addition de well how I wish one day me so metimi asua bibi kakra from a D or C. Now me so metimi aba mani because at least I've had a chance to meet all the top coaches in the game in Ghana. But endurance no. Okay. Endurance no general.
Bibiani Gold Stars Legon City match Koso. Legon City she goal my referee disallow and or Kessben TV say omu hu rekunti referee no disallow sa go in the ball no wajai ball and you know Yenyan sign and restart here sa goalie and omu share ya yes Yen sign hwe bi omu omu share Kessben TV no referee disallow sa goalie say be a foul on the goalkeeper inti omu nyan restart here omu say so wantiase ya ena coach Maxwell Kunadu any referee no nyi ya no kakra eko no omo nyan restart here nti yenhwe okay nti yentwa so
well you be allow my game na ko ni ahwe how you be by this particular game but Baba Sulika Simbi do you know in football to replace a great player it take time and it take years nti hwe time atoni ebo ade ba ya ba be see 1996 no ye ko 1998 AFCON no na yima na otete na lead line no ye back in 2000 na ba ye Kwame Ayu free hoto ne ebo akọ Abedipele ko principal mu nyina akọ akọtena chire nti all the great players na you know makọ akọtena chire omo de som na eba na wie bi mo so de som na ba wie nti na ye a player and he would so betimi a replace any of these strikers affront nti wo twa ya try Ismailado anyi ye ma Emmanuel Oseko for chance anye ye chi ye de ne by defense kra kakra ye ma di boache chance anye ye Eric Becken was an emerging force ye ma a chance but few ones he couldn't live up to occasion as Asamoah back to the fray he had his chance from 2003 oboya de banenim emedu ba bia ye behu sasa Ghana ye bobo na Asamoah lead line dia we are good to go after Asamoah no ye try see bit me and several quality to replace Baby Jet. Mind you, technically, you cannot replace a player in terms of technical abilities. Sinyankopon bwana onya de obro so anu afa ne saa. Sinyankopon bwana onya te de oteso anu afa ne saa. But it is so difficult to get a player cast in the mode in such technical quality or in that skill set. And to see a Ghana baby ejinan. We are in a position researching for a player that will replace Baby Jet in our attack. Yes, Kudusu dear, see my baby as see the day you. Wabubia. Now who are the upper fem kakra? Tiaman and bench there, your jar number 10 the Amakudus. The last two games no one leave up to 8 billion. But he shared the time and the chance given to certain players within the national team. Now yes, there be. Yes, she a team there, Yamakudusu chance view in our subsequent games. So Washa, you're falling on us as a Finajan. Benjamin Tete Maba, a free Banya Maba, but ye kwa World Cup on a general. You say finally, you hear a personality Obia or my that presence inside the area. And you call let go about Ekofa Inaki Williams and buy. For 6 games is yet to score. For 6 games is yet to live up to expectations. You care about the cultural differences. You care about adaptability. You care with the bond around the players. You care the technical abilities and the lack of supply from the players playing behind Inaki Williams. But Baba Sudi, you know, you should give us a break. Ghana Yankonko first striker be as me press it. Yankonko first striker be as me defend it. And Kediafune he pressed more than every player within the national team. We need goals. We need a personality inside the area. For me, meaning say Inaki will come better going forward. But to come out and say oppress it or defend it, no me am tell me bo be a in Manchester United say akofana baso omra me press it. Akofana baso omra me defend it. Me carry the days of Obedosu in Kotoko. Almost all work rate. That be the work of a striker is not about work rate. It is about scoring goals. Well, who Kabranayara no mka say work rate, he has excellent footwork and no show goals. Go and watch Kotoko versus 11 wise. Kabranayara go no different center tree obi akobo no. So for me, Inaki should come good. You hear goals no, and you know you hear a fearful factor up front, and Inaki also decided in my head any issue about pressing.
It was a champion. It was a perfect goal. The goalkeeper clashed with his own player, so it's not a foul. PM in any way, Ebrahim. And it was.
Maybe a story be said national circus for no kushia players no. And almost say, oh dear, see the okakra iro humbo na owini a obenya mfa so. Again, it talks about the business aspect of the game. You know, you kroma ye bu baby said your pay bibia kokotoko ne na bro. And a lot of people also can say, oh, you bokotoko na iro huba and you ye. Let's put all these idiomatic and proverbs aside and let's talk business. Football na ye born a business. Players here the Omeka, we must pay the players. So the players you don't go and pay 15 and leave the other. No. Football you need pay 15 penny. Until let's find a way and ask why certain players are not living up. You must say what are the factors affecting performance? Kotoko games or my apart from media man, home dear they've been super. Away they've been poor. You can't want them. But the national cycles so there be on one side. No must go back also. Players and performance not depo. Mumu say what are the reasons? Say in Muka ask the management why they are not paid. So Mubono Sakama ask the management why they are not paid. Some was support to be a become why you be that. There are several times a multi sikaba ko na me no support to boy so performing. Playing for Kotoko demand a lot. Now say demand no enye from supporters le park no so nko. Well, family, the people around you, friends, and maybe out that level of demand because you know obi enim so Kotoko awuska. Ofie no obusuam no namfofo ne baby out bia obi ahia bibi kakra free ho. Nti how can you play for Kotoko 2 months without salary and survive? You cannot survive. Nti ya mama me mfa nkose players ne nko a eno nti na make us the problem a yenya okroma ne say supporters emfa the fitness level of players omo mfa the diet of players omo mfa the salary and the bonus of players but supporters dey do omo nim say yetua esika ya ba park ne so ye bad there also another 3 maximum points. No, let's ask questions, legitimate ones. Ni musa why the players are not living up. I agree. Players ne so wa so dia e also omo didi make sure say omo beti nya results they are supporters na ni age results na ba omo ankasa ni je. But ask questions why those players are not living up to expectation. And kasa oyiro hobo na winia wasumbejo ana wani beje. The player deserves something and they need to be paid on time. Baby any go start suddenly go on sitting same year, you know. Coach Masokunadu nansenya.
Just Masokunadu ni boys no omo akasa mantiaza yeduma. My boys no assign a pitch no so na ye Kessben TVC. And this is a omo assign shasibu.
You know nansenya.
Go no wanje.
Okay.
Nansenya new team be go ni.
Okay. Nansenya, you know. Just after the chant tournament, na minim say me anambete say omo pese omo the chant team no Emma Coach Masokunadu. To be honest, minim say we go through certain situations more Legon cities are very tough for coaches to survive. Lagos Cities are no more ban the motor case do money. No more winning one match about 2000 and then yes and TBU. I Sikasem Kofem, they are in financial crisis. And meaning how coaches go into these situations. Somebody in a touchline now coach player come dinner eating. But you know, the position of Lagos City, it is not palatable at all. For a top coach in the Premier League like Coach Maso Kunadu. Intine anyone was so not touchline in near break. Because all her time in a game and then Lagos City is about 24 matches or 28 points. You know, I'm relegation. Relegation.
Okay.
Inti it quite bare na Coach Maswell. Ebe fa so make sure say the boys na live up to expectations. So see e ho no mo din atro kasade. E do say a management and your tactics. E ho ne ba bia Coach Maswell din pay his reputation and what he has achieved in the Ghana Premier League. I don't even think there is any coach in Ghana a rich CV that Coach Maswell could do now.
Okay.
Blasters assistant coach, local Blasters, Wafu Zombie team, and you know, Wow Stars, Kumasi Asante Kotoko back to back. But in the last few years, all decline. Okofem is retrogressing. And for me, so the team is a relegation there and general nature say a near cry. I feel the nature of they are grown up him. And he need to make sure he work his ass out to make sure Lagos Cities will be back on track.
When Adriana Stars visited Tamale in November, on November 20th, their players beat Kwame Adom from Pond's Finger. They beat Douglas Owusu Ansah, and no ESCO member spoke about it. But today, it's against Tamale City, and because they are ranting all over, the FA has closed down the Doma Park. Are they telling us that Adriana Stars players are not human beings, or their mothers that didn't born them? The GFA ESCO members must come again. I disagree with them. Spain Boga, way and so abreye. If it's Spain Boga, the so we and so I say it's a clear goal. Because the goalkeeper clashed with his own player, so there was no foul were given by Wayfree Vegas Kwaman. They also the abreye and so no. Based on CAF interclub competitions, was a CAF's top-ranked football leagues in Africa after the group stage of the 2022-2023 CAF interclub competitions. And the ranking countries, after group stages, and the quickly: 1 Morocco, 2 Egypt, 3 Algeria, 4 South Africa. The Tosunum CAF and so Africa Tunisia. Afe the Tosunsia DR Congo, 7th Tanzania, 8th Angola, 9th Sudan, 10th Guinea, Libya etoso 11th, Nigeria baba etoso 12th, Ivory Coast 13th, 14th Cameroon, Zambia and etoso 15th. 16th Congo, 17th Senegal, Mali tosu 18th, 19th Uganda, Afe Botswana about 20th, 21st Zimbabwe, 22nd Togo, 23rd Kenya, Eswatini tosu 23rd, 23rd Krona and Burkina Faso and so and a total so Nigeria so 23rd Ghana. It also 27th. Ghana, any Mauritania, any Benin, it also 27th. Okay.
A sad story.
Yeah.
It's a sad story.
Yeah.
I wish
yeah.
we have time tomorrow.
CAF's top-ranked football leagues in Africa.
Ghana
27th, yeah. CAF top-ranked football leagues in Africa. After the group stage of the 2022-2023 CAF interclub competitions.
So that implies it is based on the club competitions.
Yeah.
I know that I don't think that it is debatable.
Say you for the
and you know, so we didn't say that because in Timene, AS Bamako, ne Kadiago,
the clubs, the
clubs,
and
so those teams play consistently in their league. New head, you know. In the last 3 years, Kotoko winning game at home in Africa.
Wow.
In the last 3 years. Apart from Bakuna Amas, yes.
This will be away.
Home, the only game they won in away was the Kadiago game. and I'm referee.
Kadiago.
The only game Kotoko has won in Africa under the recent management Kadiago Dieno, near Dibo Dieno, a draw.
Okay.
And no man Mahani J points Rema Kotoko.
Okay. Okay.
Setif Hilal no.
Okay.
That is the only game Kotoko have won in the Africa competitions. Inti Genoa. It's how the better situation here the same old story.
Wow.
And we are not planning towards competing with the very best in Africa.
Okay.
Inti ye krom ha kra na say Hilal be Kotoko 2 Setif be Kotoko ha.
Okay.
And an answer Kadiago for the Jaba so. Inti how do you survive? Even at home, you are not fearful. And look at how to focus as well. Almost teams are working for, and almost share other games as well. But it has ended in total annihilation when they travel out there. Shomo against work of Morocco, Nashe, JS Swara.
Yeah.
Embarrassment complete. And there was no way you survive against these teams in Africa. Into team that's a club Africa continental competition there. Then we are even lucky to be at 27.
You drop 3 places.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When he said the last ranking, you drop 1, 2, 3 steps down.
Okay. That implies teams now no more so you know your football no. Well, sometimes even locally, you match we are referees name man of the match. Referees are discussed all over. How do you even discuss the quality of players in our league?
Yeah.
And your players no cry you almost say the almost coach and tournament no. How do they survive? A lot of factors are you ask you better na say. Na ya analyze situation no ya hwe referees akatu akem teams ya almost gasem a whole lot of factors. But Kotoko has a fool, you know. Omo so yenim say even the big clubs in Europe and yet the bia no munya good seasons. Yenim so almost to me call off in Europe. But so be call off. No one team go beyond the first round of there. You know, it's a total embarrassment. So what me kwaka kra na akọ knockout stage ni you aba na emu say o pem so na nye but in your first game not against Egyptian, Moroccan, South African, Tanzanian, Algerian, Tunisian club na kokoye Mali kokoye Benin mo na di no intiminsa Kenya na intiminsa I remember the game against Kariobangi or Babara you know that was a game to remember. You know, it's too bad. Be a league in the corner. Okay, sponsorship our bebre.
Okay. Intina and so on the fancy amreno echo. And the game will be marvelous with a coaching license. Wow. Okay. We at Tiemo Isaac or the free Raura. Okay. And Abre. My brother Kwabena Jamfi, Okowu United drew yesterday, but you guys didn't talk about it. Anyway, greetings from Okowu land, and the Indigens can't wait to have you and your crew to host the great midfield action during Okowu Easter Saturday. But sorry, I'm enjoying. Without you, life is good, senior bro. Okay, Kojo Mashal. And anyway, free.
Okobo no okay. Premier bet far no more say.
Okay. And using two as and okay. Ball on price.
Okone koneze hu.
Ball on price unti. Kojo Marshal.
The drum and phone so asem no bia o.
Kojo Marshal. Yeah.
It is about money. Sikasem. Sikane madia.
Oh yeah. Na wa craft so okopinti, okoton pinti oko.
Okay.
Akoshe ho.
Omo mo chenta le tuntum fanta foforo gu kam ni bia ho.
Aso no to paint ni ade. And now sign so SMP. Yinya intwa so na emission 430 program na.
Akoshe ho no.
Angels be 10. Any aso for be 2000 kura kabum say bompa bana. Could you was we do the
ono wiki anymore.
All right, Yedebesia Nafi Music Plus with Bones Omo and Eba up next. Munche nyame eya aduma ochina kick off and a midfield action. Yedamu nyina se yakram.